Everybody, welcome back to the Rebel Chums channel. Today we have a new Bladebuilders review. It has been a while, and I thought these were hitting the shop again. I think this is a rehashed Kylo Ren Bladebuilder saber, and I wanted to get my hands on it for a while now because I saw it in the flesh a few times, and I really like the fact how the mechanism works for the two side blades and the main blade. And since the Last Jedi will basically have Kylo in the movie and also his lightsaber, so I thought this is a perfect opportunity to let us all take a closer look on this awesome Bladebuilder saber. My son actually already claimed it. He said he wanted to have it. He already wanted to rip it out of the package and start playing with it. So I asked him politely to wait a little bit till I have done the review, so we first can take a look at all the features and whatever comes with this saber. So it comes in this the last Jedi packaging, which is absolutely garbage in my opinion. As you can see here, just a white backdrop. Star Wars, nothing about the Last Jedi though. Picture of Kylo Ren there, Bladebuilders, and in the back, nothing too fancy. But the fun thing about these Bladebuilder sabers is that they're very inexpensive, and actually I think this is the best Bladebuilder saber actually out there. And the reason for that being, well, I'm start to unpack it, is that it has a thinner circumference of the hilt itself. It's not as thick as some of the other Bladebuilder sabers, which sometimes feel a little bit bulky in the hands. But this saber from for Kylo Ren is actually very slim compared to those sabers. The other Bladebuilder saber. Ooh, that's good job packing this up. Oh, sorry, microphone. Sorry, people listening. We'll do it on camera. It has some of these plastic things on it to keep people not from stealing these sabers right out of the packaging. And that's it. It's just held in place by these three like plastic cords. So before we look at the saber, there's something inside here, and there's a small booklet inside this packaging. So let's take a look, because that maybe reveals more upcoming Bladebuilder sabers. So we got this Hasbro. This is regarding a mobile app, Hasbro Star Wars Studio FX for your iPhone. Well, it's kind of disappointing. And these are the instructions on how to use it. To extend, flick the wrist, and okay, and then I think we just have to pivot it in order to get the small blades out, the side blades, as you can see here. So let's go to the hilt. So the hilt is actually quite compact. I'm really pleasantly surprised. It actually feels nice in the hand. I think this is quite accurate towards the actual Kylo Ren lightsaber sizing of his actual hilt in the movie. And I think it's a really nice hilt. Exteriors, it has these wires running on there, so I'll show you a close-up of it. Really nice wires going on, and the inner works here of the hilt, the so-called belt clip. I'm not sure why it's on the front, if that's supposed to be there or not. It has this hole so you can connect it to another Bladebuilder's lightsaber and make a saber staff or pike or whatever you want. And then we have the side blades. And let me just take off the sticker. Yep. Okay. And this is how it looks like. There's just another stick here. Let me just grab it off, take it off for a second, because we don't like to have stickers on the hilts. I think this is also a good base for customization. If you want to install electronics yourself, I think that would really work really well with this hilt. A little bit difficult maybe with the side blades though, because you need to put LEDs on the sides to actually mod that. Let's see. So I'm gonna flick it and then careful, go away.
Okay.
Well, okay, so it's a flick of the wrist, and this is how far this is how far the sides extend, so that's it. My son is 6 and he's really eager to get his hands on this hilt and start playing with it. The main blade is not as long, but it has this, it actually has a kind of coating, or there's something on it that represents like an unstable hilt, as if it's moving. And I think that's pretty cool. I'm not so sure if you can actually see that. Probably not very clear. But it's actually really nice. It's a nice hilt. It feels quite stable in the hand as well. I think this is one of the best Bladebuilders hilt sabers out there, actually. I also am really a big fan of the Kanan Jarrus hilts that I reviewed a while ago. That video actually recently reached the 21,000 views, so I know that a lot of people are actually very interested to see these reviews about these Bladebuilder sabers. But I have to say, it's a really nice saber. It's a good two-handed grip, as you can see. It feels really amazing in the hand as well. I think it's also good for spinning, because you have this choke point underneath these two blades. I think if you want to duel with, let's say, your friends, your family, your brother, your sister, having a protection on the hand, because often when you go a little bit more extreme into a dueling with as I said, your friend, you sometimes get hit on your fingers, and by having that cross guard here, you can protect yourself a little bit better against hits on your hands. These side blades has these emitters here. These are glued on, so they're removable. And then we have a shroud here, which is basically keeping the two halves of this hilt in place. So this shroud slides on top of it. It's glued into place. This is one side of the plastic, goes all the way down, and this is the other side of the plastic, goes all the way down. And then we have the same kind of shroud on the bottom. It keeps the bottom in place, so it's fairly easy to disassemble this the parts of this hilt and put electronics in yourself, or play around with the mechanics where the extraction, distraction, or the traction of the side blades and blades worked. These side blades are, by the way, on a very soft spring, so they held outwards by that spring. And you just push them all the way in till you hear a click, and then they're flush with the hilt. They still stick a little bit out, not like the main blades, which is all the way inside the hilt. That's a little bit unfortunate, but I think they did that because otherwise it would be too difficult and too fiddly to have that mechanism working in this hilt, and then most often than not the side blades will be stuck inside. I have to say, I'm really pleasantly surprised by this saber. It's a really cool saber, and I really recommend the Bladebuilder saber to anybody that want to start off collecting custom lightsabers, or want to do cosplay and you're on a budget, or you're not certain if you want to continue in this hobby, or you just want to purchase a gift for your children or your nephew or niece. I mean, it's for boys and girls alike. This is a really good product. They're really sturdy. They last you a very long time. You can battle really hard with these. These don't break very easy at all. Hasbro did a really good job with these inexpensive hilts. I bought this one for around $6 US. It was on a discount with some Toys R Us points that I had, so this excellent gift. I mean, even full retail, they're not more than 15 US dollar, I think, maximum, and I think they're well worth the money. It's money well spent, and it's just fun. It's just a really cool lightsaber. It's a really nice Kylo saber. I mean, Kylo sabers in general are very expensive because you have the Black Series on Kylo Ren, which is quite expensive, which is runs you around 150 US dollar. Then you have the less inexpensive Kylo Ren saber, with that is not really accurate in terms of the sizing, and the blades are very short, and that runs around 30 to 40 US dollar, that one. And then you have the custom sabers, which can be very expensive for the hilts, and also there's only a few companies that actually make accurate Kylo Ren sabers. So it's overall very cool. And it's looking at the time, and we're gonna wrap it up. I hope you liked the video. If you did, make sure to subscribe and like the video, because I have many custom saber reviews and blade builder reviews like these. Thank you for watching, and as always, stay scummy.